Some love stories feel like they were penned by destiny itself, whispered on the wind and carried across oceans until two souls finally find their way home to each other. For Chicago Fire star Jake Lockett and actress Dominique Domingo, their breathtaking elopement to the heart of Hawaii on June 18th wasn't just a wedding. It was the stunning culmination of a promise made to the universe, a story that began with a song and found its chorus beside a cascading waterfall. In a world that often shouts, they chose to whisper. In a time that often rushes, they chose to stand still. They eloped to a place where the earth itself breathes romance, exchanging their sacred vows in a private cove on the lush north shore of Kauai. Here, nestled near the majestic, two-tiered Kauai Falls, their love story was enveloped by a cathedral of nature's making. The theme was about letting nature take the lead. Dominique, the radiant star of The Accountant 2, shared with people. There was no need for added decor because Mother Nature handled it all. We wanted the vibe to be serene, intimate, and peaceful, and that's exactly what it was. Imagine it, a hidden sanctuary, draped in every conceivable shade of green, the air thick with the scent of tropical flowers, and damp earth. The only music, the powerful, rhythmic roar of the waterfall, a constant, living heartbeat for their ceremony. It was in this haven of tranquility that they committed their lives to one another, witnessed only by the people who brought them into the world, their parents. In a beautiful testament to their union, this magical week in paradise was the very first time their families had ever met. They were joined only by their photographer, Ashley Uptain, and videographer, Zach Ramos, who were tasked with capturing the soul of a moment so deeply personal. We both felt like anything bigger than our immediate family wouldn't allow us to focus on each other as much on our day, Jake explained, his words echoing the sentiment of so many who crave authenticity over spectacle. So, keeping it small and simple was imperative. They consciously chose not to overcomplicate a once-in-a-lifetime moment, instead pouring all their energy into the quiet, profound connection that had brought them to this sacred space. For Jake, the sound of that tall, gushing waterfall was more than just a beautiful backdrop. It was the sound of his own heart's prophecy coming true. This was a full-circle moment of staggering significance. 3 months before he and Dominique would even cross paths in the serendipitous, everyday setting of a commercial audition lobby, Jake found himself at the base of another waterfall, this one in the rugged wilderness of Yellowstone National Park. I hiked a mountain to the base of the waterfall, and while listening to music, ended up writing a song about the woman I'd someday meet, the one I'd fall in love with, he revealed, painting a picture of a man not just hoping for love, but actively composing its melody. The song was asking her to stay true and be patient for me. So being able to get married by a waterfall was a full circle for me. It was a moment of profound, almost unbelievable poetry, a dream whispered to the mists of Yellowstone, answered by the thundering applause of Kauai Falls as he stood beside the very woman his soul had been singing to. Their ceremony was a masterclass in meaningful intention, weaving together ancient elements to symbolize the purifying and unifying of their lives. We used water from the ocean, held it in a bowl together as our families connected to us through physical touch, a hand on the shoulder, Dominique described. As their parents laid loving hands upon them, they intentionally sent their loving energy and protection to the water. In a beautiful Hawaiian tradition, their officiant then used a sacred tie leaf to dip into the blessed water, cleansing the space between and around them, preparing the air for the sacred vows they were about to exchange. The earth, too, played a vital role in their union. They brought with them 2 small vessels of sand, each holding a universe of personal meaning. One contained sand from the sun-drenched beach in Mexico, where Jake had asked Dominique to be his wife in a joyous January proposal. The other held sand from a beloved beach in Kauai, representing the very ground on which they would become husband and wife. The day before their wedding, they took a moment of quiet reflection. We each held our separate vessels, and felt into what we wanted to give to our union as individuals, and we directed that energy into the sand, Dominique shared. Then, as one of the final acts of their ceremony, they poured their individual vessels into a single bottle, a tangible, beautiful representation of two lives, two histories, becoming one in the day was a perfect reflection of their elegant, nature-infused theme. Jake was the epitome of a dashing leading man in a bespoke Irish linen suit, Ikercher. The suit itself was a work of art, featuring a stunning Hawaiian floral lining on the inside, a private, vibrant secret. In a touch of pure romance, their wedding date was delicately embroidered underneath his collar, a permanent reminder of the day etched close to his heart. Dominique was nothing short of a vision. She wore a Maggie Sotero gown that was the perfect blend of sexy yet sophisticated. The white dress clung to her form before cascading into a breathtaking, floor-sweeping train, which was mirrored by a matching ethereal veil. She moved like a goddess through the greenery, a perfect counterpoint to the wild beauty surrounding them. This wasn't just a wedding. It was an experience, a statement, a testament to a love that is both deeply personal and universally understood. Jake and Dominique's Hawaiian elopement reminds us all that the most profound moments in life don't require an audience. They only require two hearts, beating in time with the rhythm of a waterfall, and the courage to let nature and love take the lead.